Lights on. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all of you. We're going to start the next session, which is dedicated to e-bikes. And e-bikes as a solution for urban mobility and urban logistics. I'm pleased to welcome on stage Matteo Pertosa, which is the CEO of VAIMOO.
Yes. Bye, everyone.
And as for myself, I'm Julien Chamussy. I'm the CEO of a company called Fluctuo, a company which is collecting and aggregating data on shared mobility services in Europe. So Matteo, welcome on stage. Maybe you could tell us a bit more about VAIMOO. So VAIMOO is an e-bike solution provider, and you're active in shared mobility services and delivery services. Am I right?
Yes. VAIMOO is a startup that has been built by a venture builder, an Italian venture builder that is called an Angel for Future. And we started in 2018, so 4 years, and our first project has been in Copenhagen, the city of Copenhagen, where we provide the full solution. Bikes, technology, software, IoT, electronics, the full package. And this actually started as our mission. And we started with sharing services. And then we understood actually that the delivery market was growing and was asking for something similar. So we started developing a new business line focused for that.
Excellent. So VAIMOO is providing hardware and software, which is not the case of other providers on the market. Some are specialized on hardware, some are specialized on software, but you're offering both. What difference does it make for VAIMOO on the market?
Actually, the point is that it is more difficult to do because it's more difficult to deliver, to have all the competence inside to manage this different technical layer. But the integration is a plus. Integration can give more benefit, can give, if you have the capability to see what you have to integrate and why you are integrating these things, obviously you can create value for our customer, for your customer. And we are very flexible. So we have the possibility to find a tailored solution for specific requirement, for specific situation. Now, what is happening, and a lot of new tenders are asking for this type of integration. And I think that we are in between 2, 3, 4 worldwide players that can do this.
You are specialized in e-bikes because there are different form factors, scooters, mopeds, but you're specialized in e-bikes. I would say that during the last 2 or 3, 4 years, we have seen a boom in the e-bike markets, not only for shared services, but also for individual owned bikes due to different things. The pandemic, the impact on the pandemic, people were more eager to use e-bikes to move into the city rather than use bus or tramway. The rapid development of shared mobility services, not only scooters, but also bikes. And then there are also external factors like the development of food delivery services and quick commerce or grocery delivery services, which are heavily relying on riders, employees or freelancers. We are using bikes. So the bike is bike, so I guess you have bet on the right form factors. I hope so.
The point is that e-bikes started growing a lot in 2010, more or less, 2011, because it became the possibility to more senior people to back to cycle. And so that's the point. They are more inclusive. Many people, more different type of people can use e-bikes. And this is for cargo capabilities, but in terms of weight, because at the end, for example, you don't see delivery people going with a scooter. Why? Because you can bring heavier things with you. So, and in the same way, is more open because more senior people or women can approach e-bikes because they are used too. So is this for this reason that we bet on that? And now what's happening is that all the micromobility market is better understanding that there is that they need to put e-bikes on the street in order to cover a more wide range of customers.
Let's focus a bit on the shared mobility services. So you provide solutions for shared mobility operators, and you also operate in, I think in Rotterdam, you operate your own service. Maybe just a quick thought on this. What does it brings you to operate your own service? Does it bring you valuable data, insights that you could not have gathered through the customers? Or?
That's the point. We provide our solution for operator of any size, of any type. No? But for us, obviously, to operate directly in Rotterdam, and we are launching a city in Italy too, is a big advantage for us, because for the software part, for the mechanical part, for any part of our solution, we can feel exactly how they works and get feedback from the field and improve our product.
First-hand feedback, yeah.
Yeah. So it's always about improving. So we can take obviously all the data that we need.
Okay. So you are also providing bikes to shared mobility operators. So for example, on the UK market, I think you're partnering with VAIMOO, the Swedish operator, which is most famous or known for scooters, but VAIMOO is also operating bikes in the UK, and they're operating your bikes. Yeah.
Yes, we started with this partnership with VAIMOO 2 years ago, and it's a successful partnership between European companies. At the end, this is a key part of our proposition, because we are a European company that manufacture, that design and manufacture everything in Europe and in Italy. So, and generally speaking, for this kind of partnership where everyone is a startup and the market is very new, it's very important to stay close with your partner, we stay close with your customers, stay close with your supplier. And being Europeans helps. So, and this is why we are thinking, we are growing in our partnership with VAIMOO, and we are seeing other similar partnerships in the next months.
So you're operating your own service in Rotterdam, you're partnering with shared mobility operators like VAIMOO in the UK, and you're also applying to tenders or with cities. So maybe you can tell us about maybe the next big city where you're going to launch your bikes.
For sure, the next big one is Stockholm. We closed an important partnership with City Global. City Global is a Moventia company and is an important European operator. And actually, Stockholm is going to be the biggest e-bike sharing scheme in the world, with 6,000 more or less e-bikes for Swedish people.
In Paris, it's 6,000 e-bikes, electric bikes.
E-bikes.
Yeah, okay. Because in Paris we got more bikes, but I guess it's a mix of regular bikes and electric bikes. Okay, so that's the next big thing. I mean, Stockholm. When is it? What's the planning? When are you planning to launch? Or
we are going to launch in May, basically.
Okay, so it's very soon.
Yeah,
okay,
it's coming.
Okay, excellent. Now let's talk about delivery services, because that's the other approach that you have with the bikes. You're providing bikes for shared mobility services, urban mobility, but you're also providing bikes to delivery companies. Could be food delivery, could be quick commerce or grocery delivery. I think that's very interesting because in this business, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, most companies, they would let the riders manage themselves the bikes or the mopeds. So they were not providing vehicles, they were not providing anything, and the riders were in charge of doing that. But indeed, we are seeing a new generation of quick commerce or food delivery and quick commerce that really take care of this. They want to provide their riders with the latest state-of-the-art e-bikes. They want to take care of this. They want to maintain this. It's a question of image. It's a question of efficiency. It's a question of safety. So what's your take on this? Yeah.
Safety is a huge point. Obviously, the rules are changing, and safety is very important for these companies that they basically the driver now are employees. No, they are employer, and at the end, the company must, in some way, obviously, cover the safety of their employers. And safety is a very important thing. So we are working on that. We are working to give safe, reliable bikes, and then obviously the point is that we are focusing on business services. So sharing is a business services, delivery is a business servicing, and the integration within the software, the IoT, the electronics, and the capability to develop bikes oriented to these business objectives, no, is what is doing the difference now. Because at the end, all the bike manufacturer company in Europe, they do millions of bikes, but they do bikes for retailer purpose. And actually, the point of view, the organization, what you need is very different.
We are seeing just right behind the stage a VAIMOO bike. If we talk about the differences and the similarities between the bikes which are being used for shared mobility services and for delivery services, what can you tell us about this? Are there significant differences, or in the hardware, in the software?
Actually, the main differences is in the point of view and so in the vision of our customer. Product sharing is the same. There are some customers that are very focused just on the operational side. That means less customer maintenance, more durability, this type of things. And others, always in the sharing, they think that it's most important to have an happy customer. That means more capability to drive, more smoother drive, and a lot of choices that are more oriented to the customer side and not to the operational side. The same is for the delivery. Obviously, it's different, the application, the bikes are different. There is always in terms of maintainability, the number of kilometers that delivery bikes compared to a shared bike is incredibly different. We have to quick commerce delivery bikes is bikes that do something like 8 hours in operation. Instead, a normal sharing bike do 2, 3, 4 trips.
Yeah.
So it's very different.
Yeah, the number of kilometers per day is not comparable. So you have different batteries for
The battery is not a problem in deliveries.
Okay.
In quick deliveries, because at the end of the bikes, the delivery bikes always go back to the grocery point, no? So then they have the possibility to quick change the battery, swap the battery, recharge that. So it's not the battery capacity for quick commerce is not so huge problem. A lot of things think that for delivery bikes you need mega battery, but actually it's not like that.
Okay. Are there, when operating a sharing service or shared mobility service and when operating a delivery service, are there lessons that could be lessons learned that could be transferred from one business to another, or some?
Yes, it's depending on the application, but we did some experience in this way, so it's possible at the end to use sharing bikes for delivery application, and but it's depending on where. because at the end the infrastructure is very important too. There are cities like Milan, for example, or Hamburg, where the streets are not so comfortable, no? Because there are
Paved or
yeah, the San Pietrini, we say in Italian. and with in those streets, you need particular bikes. Because with the normal bikes, sharing bikes with, for example, full tires, basically you cannot use that. So it's the same for the delivery. So a lot of things are depending on where you are going to do the service.
All right. So we're coming to the end of this session. So maybe what's your take on the next on 2022, 2023? How do you see your business? Are you still going to invest on share mobility, delivery? Are you planning to launch new businesses?
We are focusing on improving our products, basically, so to create new version and better version than we do. That means cheaper, more durability, improved software, all these things. Then we have an approach, strategy and commercial speaking, very linked to our capacity, because at the end, so we are focusing on the opportunities and on the customers that really needs what we do. And because we have, in this moment, the supply chain is a mess. I mean, and with the pandemic was complicated. Now with the war, you cannot imagine. So in days, the price of the aluminum, for example, changed of 30%. So the situation is crazy, and you need to focus on the right opportunity in order to have a sustainable growth. I mean, then it's always about sustainability in terms of business. We are not super backbench, we don't lose 1 million every day. So
sustainability, we are talking of financial sustainability and environmental sustainability.
Both.
All right. Thank you, Matteo. Is there any question in the audience? Or no? Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Julien.
Good luck for VAIMOO, and looking forward to see the next city launches. Maybe see you in Stockholm in the next weeks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See you soon.